Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually, I'm going to do my review. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a review, but just my highlights, review, whatever, on the Soul Train Music Awards for 2015. You know what? I've been with this program since it actually started. I've seen every last one of them. And last night was by far the best Soul Train Music Awards that they have had thus far. Erica Badu was fantastic as the hostess. She did such a phenomenal job. She really did. First thing she did when she hit the red carpet, she was so goddamn clean in only Erica Badu fashion. She had a tall top hat, like extremely tall. It was exaggerated tall, and she was wrapped, and she had her cheek jewelry and all of this shit in, and very Erica. Had this beautiful black lipstick on, and it was gloss. It was gorgeous. She just looked gorgeous, and she had this black gown, and her body was sitting. You hear me? The gown had no back, and it had like a embellishment in gold on the back, and everything was sitting. Ass was sitting like a brand new $50 bill. She looked fabulous, and then she had like really exaggerated ruffles at the top. It was sharp. It was sharp, all in black. So very Erica Badu. I loved it. I loved it. She broke up the red carpet. Um, and she just was just excellent. She really was. And then everything else she wore was a fucking mess. But that's Erica. She did have this really beautiful jacket on her first number. She came out on a little hovercraft thing, and she did a medley of her songs to open the show. And yeah, she had this like really pretty. It was a black sheer and beaded, uh, like a shift, pretty much. It was really sharp. It was sharp little robe. It was full length. That was bad. I like that, but underneath the shit underneath was very Erica. It was a hot mess. Then she fucking read Iggy Azalea because she did this whole joke about there's not going to be any hip hop artists, there's not going to be any rappers that are going to be on the show. And then she was doing like she was having these phone calls, and then she's talking about Iggy Azalea get called her. She's like, "Girl, yeah, you can come, bitch, because what you're doing, I don't know what they call it, but it definitely ain't rap, child." I about fell out. About fell out. She read the fuck out of Iggy Azalea. So that was really funny. But yeah, she just was cutting up the whole show. She cut up. She did a little skit to Tyrone. Had this guy come out, and he's supposed to be Tyrone. Said he was tired of people calling on his phone. It was funny as hell. But she was singing her ass off, and she was just a good hostess, and she really was. And she was so engaged, and you couldn't help but be engaged with her. Um, and it was funny because she led into the whole Tyrone thing. She Tyrese was down in the audience on his phone, and that's what she was like, "I can make you put your phone down." And she's like singing it, and she took his phone, then she took some other guy's phone, and then she kind of rolled right into the Tyrone thing. It was really good. It really was good. I really enjoyed it. But let's go through the awards first. I'll do the awards. So the first award of the night was Best New Artist, and Jadina won that for uh his song Classic Man. It's a cute little song. But yeah, he won Best New Artist. And the next award was Best Dance Performance, and that went to Salento for that Watch Me Nay Nay, that little boy. He's a cute little thing. I didn't know who he was. And then I said, well, ain't he just the cutest little thing? And just cute little thing. And just age appropriate, had a nice little speech and everything. I was proud of him. He was cute. So he won. And then the best collaboration was Omarion and Chris Brown, which neither one of their asses was there. So yes, I'm going to read. The fuck wasn't y'all there? The fuck is really going on, but they wasn't there. Um, and they won for that supposed to be song, that Eat the Booty Like Grocery song. Yeah, they won for that. The Centric Certified Award was next. Tyrese won that because his album is just Black Rose is like tearing the chart up, and that motherfucker know he sings the shit out of that goddamn Shame every time he sings it. But anyway, the next award was they gave the Lady of Soul award to Jill Scott, which was fantastic. You know, just got to do. I love Jill Scott, so we'll talk more about that. But yeah, she got the Lady of Soul award. The song of the year actually went to Bruno Mars for Uptown Funk, and he wasn't there. I'm like, come on, Bruno, where you at? He wasn't there either. Then they gave the Soul Train Legends award to Babyface. Um, Totally well deserved. I'm not a big Babyface fan, never have been. I like him writing and producing and directing. That's what I like him doing. I like him behind the scenes. I don't like him like his performance, his stage performance. You can have that. He's not good to look at for me, and I've always thought he was funny looking, and he's just boring on stage to me. But he's a genius as far as writing music and that whole thing. He's a genius. He really is. So, but anyway, he deserved the award because he has done so much. He really has. Um, Best R&B Soul Female Artist went to Jill Scott. And she was actually shocked that she actually won. And I don't know, did I miss it? But I don't remember there ever being a Best R&B Male Artist Award. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, but I don't remember seeing that motherfucker. But okay, anyway. So let's get down into things that actually went on with the show and, you know, what I caught and how I felt about it. Okay, so Tyrese sang Shame. And like I said, this was no different than any other time that I've seen Tyrese sing Shame. He sang the goddamn shit out of Shame, okay? He sang his ass off, which is what he always does when he sings Shame. So I was living for that. Shame on his ass. I loved it. Next we had Jeremiah. He was there. It was good to see him because he's a cute little thing. He's really talented, but he was boring as hell and dry. And the only thing that saved him was his dancers. His dancers were really good. He had one of each. He had an Asian girl, a Latin girl, a black girl, and also a Caucasian girl. And they looked really cute. They all had the same outfits, and they danced their asses off. They saved the number. They really did. His dancers were really good. Then we had V. Bozeman. She was there. I was glad to see her. She killed it on the red carpet. You know her bald head. She's pretty to me. And she had her totally shaved head, and her face was dusted. And she had this beautiful red beaded gown, strapless red beaded gown. It was real sharp. It was real simple. She really looked gorgeous. Then when she came back and they had her perform, she had a white gown and she just looked like an ice queen. It was so pretty. It was real fly, you know what I mean? Real fly and age appropriate. But yeah, she looked like an ice queen. She had like her shoulders and stuff looked like somebody just took ice cubes and just crushed them all up, and they were like sitting on the shoulders and on the back. It was really pretty. And then they had a full mermaid tail at the bottom, which you know just does me every time. I love it. Then I got pissed off because she was like, they just cut her performance. They cut her. I'm like that. That pissed me off. But anyway, so kudos to UV. She was good. Let's see. Kat Graham came out and gave an award. Kat had this really pretty emerald green dress on that had a real low décolleté. It was fitting her like hell. Fitting her like hell. She had these cute ass shoes on. Everything was on point. Her face looked real pretty. Her head was a raggedy goddamn mess. Her head looked like an old fucking mop. It was terrible. I don't know who the fuck did that hair. Well, no, yeah, I do. Nobody fucking did it. It wasn't done. It was a fucking mess. That was horrible. It looked like it was half blow dried, and I don't know, her hair was fucked up. But everything else, she looked really, really nice. And she was just presenting her award, but I just stuck on. The dress was so damn pretty. It was so pretty. It was so embellished. You could hardly look at it because you had to keep refocusing. It was gorgeous. Jill Scott. Okay, when they gave her the Lady of Soul award, Jill's speech was just it was so poetic. It was so Jill. I just love her. And it was just like she's speaking You know, same thing like when you hear Nikki Giovanni talk, or when you would hear Maya Angelou speak. They speak like they're telling like a poem. They speak poetic. And that was the same thing with Jill. She was killing it. And she don't even be trying. That's her thing. Then she sang a medley of her songs and turned it loose. Turned it loose. And her little boy is so cute. He's coming along, getting just as big. But yeah, because he was there with her and everything. Just cute as he could be. And then in the medley when she did You Just Run Across My Mind. Oh man. It was just as sexy. I said, well, what the fuck go on, Jill? Shit. It was all that. Then they had this a soul cipher. They did a soul cipher. Goddamn Erica. Erica let it off. And it had Omar Edwards was playing in it, and Chrisette Michelle sang, Eddie Levert sang, KC from KC and JoJo, he sang, Layla Hathaway and Erica did some singing as well. Layla and Chrisette scattered their goddamn asses off. I'm like, y'all don't even understand. These young people don't even understand what just happened here. They don't understand the piece of music that was laid on the stage. Shh. Chrisette started it off with that scatting shit, and then Layla came through and pulled some motherfucking stunts with her voice. It wasn't fun. It wasn't nice. And it wasn't fair. It was the shit. It was the shit. That Soul Cipher was all that. All that. Then we had Jasmine Sullivan performed. And she looked real cute. She had a pantsuit on. It was a pantsuit, it was like a tuxedo. But her jacket, you had to really look at it. You thought she just had like a gown. It looked like a tuxedo type of gown because her actual coat went into a train and all that. And then when you see it, she actually had on like these pencil leg pants. And you know, she's a big girl, so it looked really cute. And her hair was good. Her hair was huge. It was a mane. And it was like this really pretty hair. You could tell that it wasn't heavy. It just looked really pretty. And it was perfect. Now, she had a gown on the red carpet that looked almost like what she wore up onto the stage. And she had her hair, at that time, it was bone straight, like wrapped, like bone straight. We talking Vidal Sassoon, straight. The hair was gorgeous, but it didn't look good on her because she's too big. She's too big and the hair was too small. So it's making her head look small. Because I had said, when I seen her on the red carpet, I was like, she needs bigger hair. Yeah, I said she needs some big hair, and that would balance her out because she was so snatched. I mean, they had that bitch in a garment. She was snatched. They had her snatched and pulled and tucked. So I thought she needed bigger hair. Sure enough, when she came on stage, she had put on this wig, and it looked so good. That's what she should have had on the red carpet. But anyway, yeah, that hair was too small. But it was pretty, but it was too small to shed on the red carpet. Next, we had Erica Campbell and Tasha Cobb, and they came and brought the folks to church, and it was something. They did the dang on thing, and I loved the God. You know, they always throw a gospel segment, basically, a lot of times in the BET and centric things. They would throw in TV One, they'll throw a gospel segment in, and it was good because everybody was on board. You know, because this carries a younger crowd as well, so they were all on board, and I loved it. Everybody was on their feet, and it wasn't like a made up thing. You could tell the spirit kind of moved, because you can always tell when the spirit moves in a place. And I looked and I said, now look, this is the most unlikely place in the world for the big man to do what he does. But he did it. And I looked and I smiled the whole time, because for me, what I got from, I said, do you see that? It's proof that the spirit, and I tweeted this too, the spirit can move, and it will move in any space, no matter what the size, you know, no matter how large or so small. When the Most High decides that he's going to touch the people, he will touch the people, and it doesn't matter where we are, it doesn't matter what's going on. And it was an open open call for him to be able to do that, and everybody was undeniably engaged. And that's like I said, why I tweeted it. It just goes to show you that the blessings of the Most High belong to all of us. Everybody. I don't care what walk of life you're in. I don't care what color you are. When the Spirit wants to move, the Spirit will move, and you will get caught up in it. And you will be part of that movement. And I don't care who you are. So that's just proof that, and I don't want to get all deep, but that's proof God is still in the blessing business. And again, y'all know I'm a walking, talking testimony. He loves all of us. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody tells you that they think they've read in the Bible, God loves all of us. And when he wants to, he will move you. Trust me. When the Spirit wants to move, the Spirit will move through a place. And a lot of times it's always when you ain't thinking about it or when he catches you off guard and he'll move. And he moved through there just as quickly. We was R&Bing and carrying on and laughing and cackling. And next thing you know, whoop, everybody was on the same page, baby, and everybody was worshiping. Everybody. And you didn't see nobody playing around on their phones. You didn't see people looking all up in the air. The Spirit moved. And that's what it looks like when the Spirit moves. But anyway, that's enough. Because I'm going to get real deep on y'all in a minute. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it all alone. I'm going to go on. But he had his way. He had his way up at the Soul Train Music Awards. And don't y'all think he didn't. Moving on. Okay, Babyface. They did the tribute to Babyface, and then he did his own little thing. And he was playing the piano. And he had artists, and they came out and they were doing his songs that he had written and all of this. And oh man, it was awesome. And it started right off with Tevin Campbell. And you know, I have always been a Tevin Campbell fan. I hate that his career derailed the way that it did. It was really a lot of bad timing, and he ran into some bad things, and the timing was bad. You know, because if the same things that happened with Tevin were to happen now, it would be no big deal. But it derailed his career. But it just goes to show, Tevin ain't lost none of his voice. Tevin was singing his ass off on that Can We Talk last night. Turned it out. Then Brandy came. Brandy was the worst one on the whole thing. And it was more her look. Her hair was petty. She had a pair of dick beater pumps on. So where was she going with those flat ass shoes on? It just looked ridiculous. If she'd had a heel on, she could have wore a pro cute sandal and still did the dance steps that she did. She just sitting up in my room. It was horrible. I didn't care for it at all. And that hair was ridiculous. You are too fucking old for that. It was ridiculous. I didn't care for her. Whatever. Anyway, Fantasia was standing in the gap for Whitney, man. Fantasia sang Shoop Shoop and was killing it. And then he had her stand in. I said, okay, so Babyface must really like Fantasia. She's the only person that had 2 songs. And she sang. She sang the hell out of Shoop Shoop for Whitney. And you could tell she got caught up in it because, you know, it don't take much because she was singing it. And then she leaned over, she jumped back up, baby, and that lip was going. I said, come on, Fanny, come on through, tearing it up. Then she started into standing in the gap for Karen White, and she's singing Superwoman. And I was looking at it first, I didn't know where it was going. I said, I don't know about this one, Fanny. This is about the first time I've seen you where something ain't connected. But by the time she got to the middle of the song, she had got it together. Baby, the next thing I know, Babyface done jumped up from the piano. I said, come on, Fanny, turn it out. You know, Fanny turns the tribute out. Turn it out. But he had to get up from the damn piano for a minute, messing around with Fanny. And then we went out of that, and she had this pretty red gown on. She looked real cute. Then we go into Bobby Brown. Yeah, that's Bobby Brown. It's in my notes, I just wrote, oops. You know, Bobby so goddamn fat and slow now. But God bless him anyway. But Bobby came out there and did his little thing. And then Babyface came down from the piano. And they did the little, the Tenderoni, the little rap piece from Tenderoni together. That was cute. And then we had Boys to Men came out. And baby Wanye let you all know that his voice ain't went nowhere, baby. Wanye sang his face off. You hear me? So I was really excited to see Boys to Men too. I used to like them back in the day. Okay, so moving on. Then we had Demetria McKinley was there, and I seen her on the red carpet, and then she was just doing some presenting. She had this badass plum color gown with the sides cut out, and it actually had a hood on it, and it was fitting her like somebody had spray painted it on her. She was clean as hell. I wish somebody would snatch her and let her sing, and she could sing her ass off. But she didn't have a spot to sing, but she looked really, really good, really, really fashion forward and real fly. I liked it. Then there's this new babe called Lions Babe, and her hair is very much what Beyonce gives, plus two more wigs. But I believe it's her hair. I'm not. I think it's her hair. I think it's really all her hair, and it's huge. I mean, like Shaka Khan-ish, because they asked her stuff about her hair on the red carpet. Eva Marcel was actually out there on the red carpet. She did a wonderful job on the red carpet too. I love Eva, but Eva was like the best one out there on the red carpet. I couldn't take Tank on that red carpet with that medium suit on, child. And Wendy Raquel did a fantastic job on the post show because she hosted the post show by herself. She's a hostess and she was real, real good. And we had Tashina Arnold and yeah, she was actually on the red carpet. And Tisha Campbell as well. Tisha Campbell had a real pretty dress on. Tashina Arnold got on my nerves. She talked too much. She looked good and everything, but she talked too much. Her questions were too drawn out, too dragged out. She'll get it. She'll be better next time. She has a definite good presence on the carpet, but she talks too much. Okay, and here's the one thing and that Lions Babe, they cut her off too. Like she's real retro and groovy and neo soulish. Kind of put you in mind of like Granique or somebody like that. She was groovy, and yeah, or like a Sandra St. Victor type of move. Yeah, she was groovy to me with all that big blonde hair. But then they cut her off too, the same way they did V Bozeman. Pissed me off. Then they did a throwback, and they had Cameo, and they did this whole little skit about the card piece, which to me wasn't funny. I just like, okay, that wasn't funny. And they had Cameo on there, and they were just horrible. They were horrible. It's over. It's over. They sang candy, honey, and it looked like they ate all the candy. It was just ridiculous. Larry Blackman had on the card piece, and he didn't got so goddamn fat till it just looked ridiculous. He just looked like some old fat man with some damn hard drawers on. It was horrible. But they redeemed themselves because then to close the show, they brought out my man, honey, and R. Kelly came out, baby, and got to sing about the backyard party, baby, and shut the place down. Like he always does. Because R never disappoints. R always rises to the occasion. And he came and he literally pulled it. It was like you forgot all about seeing Cameo and that mess that they had going on. He absolutely turned the ending of the show out. Turned it out. Had everybody, they had their little old red plastic cheap cups and had plates of food, and oh man, they had a fence set up and he sang his ass off, and they did Happy People and Step in the Name of Love, and oh man, R. Kelly turned that mug out, and the voice dead on point. Dead on point. He never disappoints. I love R. Kelly, and I always have. I've loved R. Kelly from when he was with the public announcement singing, she got that vibe, honey. Yes, I did have it. Anyway, so that was it. That was the whole show. And like I said, it was the best Soul Train Awards thus far. And I've been here since they first started. So I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Loved it. And it was great. Everything. The red carpet was good beforehand. The post show was good afterwards. They did a fantastic job. BET, y'all got some shit to do when y'all get around to the BET Awards, because the Soul Train Awards was the absolute shit. All right. So with that, that's all I have, guys. You guys know how to do it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. And I'll get with y'all later. Bye, guys.